It happened again for the second time in 3 days. A mass shooting has rocked California. 7 people were killed in Half Moon Bay when a gunman opened fire at a local mushroom farm. The suspect, a 67-year-old Asian man, would turn himself in to police.
And the shooting following a deadly incident over the weekend in Monterey Park. An Asian gunman killed 11 people and injured 9 others inside a dance studio before eventually turning the gun on himself.
Joining us now to discuss, reporter for the Daily Caller, Brianna Lyman, Renaissance PAC President Kim Klacik, and former New York City Records Commissioner Brian Andersson. Kim, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it is quite a shame. Unfortunately, we do see a lot of mass shootings all over the country. And of course, you've got the liberals, the Democrats, blaming usually the gun. But we haven't heard a ton about the mass shooting over the weekend in California. And I can only imagine it is because it doesn't fit the narrative that they love to push. Now, apparently there was a hero that actually disarmed the gunman at a second dance hall. And you know what? I would love to hear more about him and how he saved the day. But again, that's not going to fit into the narrative. And so we'll continue to not hear much about it.
And Brianna, when news of the shooting in Monterey Park first broke, the left immediately attacked Republicans and blamed the violence on white supremacy, really hunting furiously to be able to describe the shooting as a hate crime. Even Senator Chuck Schumer jumped on the bandwagon. Here's what he tweeted: "We must stand up to bigotry and hate wherever they rear their ugly heads, and we must keep working to stop gun violence." Now, Schumer would change his tune after this latest shooting, tweeting, "It's clear that the prevalence of guns in our country has made tragedies like this one too frequent. We have to keep working to stop gun violence." Kim, that resonates with what you were speaking about. But Brianna, speak more to the fact that the media almost didn't know how to handle it when they realized that it was an Asian man who was shooting a lot of other Asian people, a 72-year-old Asian man, exactly, shooting at a ballroom dance studio.
Yeah, first of all, it wasn't just Chuck Schumer. We saw Adam Schiff also put out a tweet trying to blame this on bigotry and hatred. And it's important to remember here that the reason that they have to try to pin this on white nationalism is the local elected officials who are Democrats in most of the cities where this anti-Asian hate crimes happen. They want to shift blame. They don't want to take responsibility, because if they take responsibility, they have to have actions. And those actions would include upping the police on the streets. And they can't do that because they spent 2020 attacking the police. But a lot of people, they want to say this is about white supremacy. But if you look at the statistics, you know, the NYPD, they compiled a bunch of data from 2020. And I know this is New York, not Los Angeles. But they found that a majority of the hate crimes against Asians were actually committed by other minorities. We've seen it with Jews. 97% of the anti-Jewish crimes, the anti-Semitic crimes between 2018 and 2022, done by other minorities. So none of the data actually supports their point that, you know, white supremacy is the biggest domestic threat.
Yeah. By the way, there's a way apparently that you can stop some of this crime, and it comes from Chicago's mayor. She says that, of course, we know the rampant crime in her city. Lori Lightfoot telling residents to stop carrying cash if they're afraid of getting mugged. Brian, I'm sure that's what Giuliani and Bloomberg did, right?
Absolutely.
Just stop carrying cash. We're good.
And by the way, we're closing the ATMs early because of vagrants.
That's true. I don't know.
That's a good
Just
point.
let's underscore that for people around the country, which is insane.
Yeah.
Is because of so much crime at ATMs in this town. They now close, like you have a little area, you go in, you open the door and go in. No, you can't get in there. It's all locked now. And they turn off the ATMs, right?
Well, they lock the door so you can't get in.
So you can't use
law-abiding citizens no longer have access to the things we're used to.
Their own money.
At 10 o'clock, which it's not like it's 1 in the morning.
No, some of them are earlier.
That's how dangerous.
5 p.m. they were talking about. I mean, this is absurd. Yet we pay all these taxes for just those reasons, to take vagrants and house them properly. You know, it's not against these poor people. Just get them out of the way. They shouldn't be there. They're harmful to themselves in those situations.
Yeah, Kim, your thoughts on this? Again, thinking, okay, don't carry cash, don't wear a watch, don't carry a purse. What are you going to do?
Well, unfortunately, we see a lot here in Baltimore City. They're going to try to rob you anyways. They don't know whether or not you.
Right.
It just might beat you up.
Yeah, you're going to get robbed, you're going to get carjacked, and then they'll find out. And hopefully when they find out, they're not even more mad for going through with the entire incident. And so this is unbelievable to me, but luckily we are seeing a lot more states, especially cities like Baltimore. They're now electing officials, new state's attorneys, district attorneys that actually take crime seriously. So hopefully we'll see a turn.